Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Peter Palmer podcast, where we attempt to read every issue of the Amazing Spider-Man comic books week by week, so you can be a Spider-Man expert as well. We also review movies for the first half an hour or so. My name is Mike, and with me as always is my co-host
Sammy.
Hello.
Hello,
Sammy.
Hello.
How are you this week?
Fine.
Any new outlooks on life?
Mercury's in retrograde.
Still?
No, just went into retrograde a couple of days ago.
Oh.
But I'm feeling pretty good. Just ignoring all the terrible feelings. I don't know why. Usually I'm feeling pretty anxious and okay, why am I telling this to the podcast?
Save it for the other podcast.
Yeah, save it for the... Okay, never mind. Don't worry.
Yeah, we usually talk about a bunch of crap at the start before we go into the movie segment, don't we?
Do we?
Yeah, because whenever I listen back, I have to skip ahead to find the movie segment.
Really?
And I always assume we just jump right into it, but we don't.
I always thought we did.
No. Last week, we actually faffed on for way too long.
Far from home.
We took 15 minutes to get to the movie segment.
What? How?
Because we started talking about Super Mario Brothers and shit.
Yeah, that's right. We basically are doing what we're doing right now.
So that brings us to the segment we like to call...
This is the movie segment with Sammy and Mike. This is the movie segment. Hanging tight, my boy. I open Letterboxd and the first thing I see is Thomas rated Stuber 4 stars.
Wait, 4 stars?
Yes.
Thomas.
I
mean, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, we haven't seen it, but his review sounds actually convincing. Okay. So I might watch it then.
Okay. Well, he really liked Long Shot as well. And we liked Long Shot.
I like Long Shot, yeah.
I guess.
It's fine. It's nice. It's a funny little thing.
I
like Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen.
Yeah, an unlikely comedy duo. Even though, I was going to say they've did a movie before, but that was with funny Seth MacFarlane.
Beth McFarlane.
Remember that one?
Yes.
Where they're in the West?
Yes.
And they're making pop culture references, even though it's the West. What'd you watch in this past week?
I didn't watch
much either.
I watched Wildlife.
Yeah, we watched Wildlife after we recorded last podcast.
It hasn't really been that long since we've recorded the podcast, technically.
Yeah, it's less than usual.
Yeah, so...
We recorded on Sunday.
Yeah.
And this is... What day is this? Thursday? It's almost a week.
Yeah.
It's 4 or 5 days or so.
So we watched Wildlife starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Carey Mulligan.
And the kid with the nose.
That looks like he could be Hugo or Scarlett Johansson's son.
He was also in a film that one of our film tutors directed.
I looked at the that film on Letterboxd and tough.
Butterfly Tree.
Yeah.
Well, barely anyone's seen it because it didn't get a big distribution.
No, but it's pretty much unanimously terrible reviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, what do you think of Wildlife? I didn't know anything about it other than it was a movie that came out and Paul Dano directed it.
Yeah, Paul Dano.
And it was meant to be pretty good.
Film. Yeah, I actually really liked it. I like the performances the most, I think.
Yeah.
Was my favorite from Jake and Carey. Carey Mulligan is one of my favorite performances of hers.
Boy.
Really
Boy. I liked it.
I really liked it, yeah.
Except I didn't feel like anything that blew me away.
No, it's not something that there's some movies that after you watch it just changes you.
Yeah, this was just a little snapshot.
Drama, family drama. I don't know, it was really good at all the actors portrayed the situation really well.
I feel like when actors transition into directors, they focus a lot on performance and getting most out of performance.
Definitely.
And less on the filmmaking. There's obviously other different cases.
By the way, the CGI fire in this movie,
it's pretty good.
Hell? It's really good.
I guess it was the only CGI they had to do, so they could have worked a lot on it.
For
yeah.
A little film,
A little film, yeah. I guess that's why it's called Wildlife.
It's about a family that's on the brink of falling apart.
Yeah.
Basically is what the movie
And we
is about.
found out it's pretty much like the plot of Drive, but from the perspective of the kid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Carey Mulligan's also in it.
Yeah. But
did you like the bit where Jake Gyllenhaal said, "It's a wild life, son"?
Yeah,
and I was like, "Hey,
yeah, you said the name of the thing. I liked it. And also it gave me flashbacks to my parents fighting. So there you go. And the last shot broke my fucking little poor heart.
What was the last shot again?
Where he's taking a family photo and they're all sitting there like
the
really
poster shot,
distant
but different
from each other. Yeah. It's really sad.
Yeah, wildlife, pretty good. I realized I was getting confused with another movie that came out this year called High Life. That's also been getting really good reviews.
Yeah, that's the one that's got Robert Pattinson in it. I really want to watch it. That's on my watch list.
Yes.
That's funny.
Any other films you watched since that?
Twilight.
Oh yeah, you watched the first 30 minutes of Twilight.
But I watched it over like 3 consecutive nights.
What are your thoughts on what you saw of that? How does it stack up for you?
It's not how I remembered it, weirdly enough.
Really?
It's exactly, like, it's not how I remembered it at all. I remember watching it as a young girl and being very impressed. And now I'm watching it like, this is problematic and creepy and the dialogue is very stilted. But, I mean, it looks fine. Like,
it's too blue.
It's very blue,
They brought down the temperature.
Yeah. The acting kind of creeps me out a little bit too, but hey, it's. I'm trying to watch them all, so we'll see how this goes.
I thought that first one's pretty much like exactly as I remembered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like the thing is, like the movie itself, like the plot beats and everything, exactly how I remember it, of course, but my emotional reaction, it's like completely different.
Yeah. I mean, everyone knew that it was a creepy concept. Yeah. I don't think anyone's like.
No, I thought it was romantic.
Oh. Yeah. Because even Robert Pattinson in interviews, if you watch back then, he's like, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
He's like, oh, I'm like 100 years old. Why am I hanging out with this little girl? Yeah. He says stuff like that. I'm like, I like this guy.
Yeah, I love Robert Pattinson. He's funny.
Any interview with him about Twilight, he's just like, oh.
Yeah, like, come on.
He's like, they didn't pay me enough and stuff like that. Jokingly, in quotation marks. Even though he probably got paid millions of dollars. What was he saying?
I look bald.
How do you look bald?
Because if I have a bit of my hair as my fringe on this one side, it looks like lopsided. Like I should have both.
Like Skrillex.
Yeah. Ew, I hate his haircut. Anyway, he's a cool guy though. Any other movies?
Only other movie I watched was Nightcrawler. I finally rewatched it.
Oh, I love that movie. Oh my god.
It's been a few years since I watched it.
One of my favorites of all time.
Yeah. I realized it's probably one of mine too. Only thing I'd say about it, only a couple of things I'd say that, not really problems.
Say the
score. The score didn't bother me as much, but there's a few times where I'm like, I'm not quite sure what they're trying to convey with this music here.
Uneasiness. I don't know. For me, I think it works for me the way that I like perceive it.
I don't think it really conveyed uneasiness in some scenes though, because it was like very happy, like. Dun, 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 dun.
I think that's the point. Like it's really like
it's meant to be from like his point of view, kind of.
Yeah, because really the film is about a man succeeding and like doing anything he can to do that.
But then there's some bits which like rip, run, rock and roll. It's like I'm like, I'm confused.
Yeah, the biggest complaint has been the score, like that I've read. Yeah.
And the other thing is that because it's a first time director, it's none of the filmmaking was like, fuck, this is so good. Yeah. It was just kind of like standard stuff, but it was still really good. It's a very performance driven movie, obviously. Yeah, everyone talks about Jake Gyllenhaal's performance. Yeah. He has a lot of good monologues.
All of it's monologues, and he's talking this fast, and it's really, really fast, and he's talking this fast, yeah.
It's not fast, it's like very particular, like he enunciates everything.
Well, like his thing that he said was that he learned all the monologues and tried to say them as fast as he could on set because they only had a few weeks to shoot them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like, because he had so many monologues and he didn't want any of the dialogue to get cut out, so he actually spoke as fast as he could.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems like something he'd make up though as well, where Jake Gyllenhaal would say like, I spoke really fast on this movie so they couldn't cut any of my lines.
Okay, sure.
The name of my company is Video Production News. That's the way it should be read and that's the way it should be said.
Yeah, Video Production News. If you want to win the lottery, you got to have the money to buy a ticket.
Yeah, that's a good line.
I like the whole like job interview too. He's like, I've got very particular skills and I think I'll succeed in your company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he lost weight for that, didn't he? Because he
lost a shit ton of weight, an unhealthy amount of weight. He looked like a stick with a bulb head.
I don't know. He didn't look like super frail or anything, but compared to usual Jake Gyllenhaal, he looked
starved to me.
His face was like...
Yeah, and he looks like really, I don't know, he looked frail to him. Not frail, but like starved. He looked hungry at least, yeah.
I watched that movie a bunch of times when I first got it on Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure it's good.
Yeah.
And then the director made Velvet Buzzsaw, which was not as good.
God, I think it's Velvet Buzzsaw supposed to be like campy or something, but it didn't really like translate like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should watch it again, but I kind of don't want to.
Yeah.
Velvet Buzzsaw, I mean.
Velvet Buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Me neither. I don't really want to watch it again.
Nightcrawler's good, obviously. And it's got Riz Ahmed in it.
I like Riz Ahmed in the
Venom villain himself.
bad guy. He was quite good in that.
The pilot from Rogue One.
Borgullet.
I'm the pilot. I'm the pilot.
Borgullet? What's Borgullet?
He died. Oh, spoilers.
All of them do. Oh, spoilers.
Yeah. I was going to say a different movie, but
Oh,
yeah,
spoilers. True. Yeah.
Actually, I just realized I fell asleep at the end of Nightcrawler watching it this time.
Nice.
But I've seen it before,
Yeah,
so
it's fine.
It was like the very end, though. Yeah. I missed like a scene. The cut to the credits when it plays the song is a bit weird. It's like
all the small things.
I didn't watch any other movies, but I watched Stranger Things.
I already said I watched that last week.
Yeah, but I haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering if I should say I did, but it's fine. Yeah, talk about it.
I like it. I still haven't seen the last episode, though, because I fell asleep.
Don't spoil it for him, guys.
Oh, well, by the time they hear this, I will have seen the last episode.
No, it's live, remember?
Oh, shit. That's right. We're in front of a live studio audience right now.
It's just two people.
One goes, ha, the other one claps.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's good. I'd like it better than season 2 because I feel like they focused up a bit more.
Definitely.
It wasn't just faffing about.
Fucking, what the
and
hell?
Cutting to characters that weren't even involved with the plot.
Yeah.
Last season, I mean.
Brand new characters that didn't even have any weight or like...
Billy in season 2, he had no bearing on the plot. He was just there to be racist to Lucas, pretty much.
Yeah, and be mean to Maxine.
Yeah. And this season, every character has a little something to do, even if it's not the most interesting thing. I don't like Jonathan as a character. I find him very... I don't know how I'm meant to feel about him. Because he's always, like, being a dick. And then... Jonathan, Nancy's boyfriend, yeah.
She was better off with Steve.
I know. And I don't know if they're trying to make, like, a point of that or if we're meant to, like, feel for this guy as well. Because I don't. I think he's a bit weird. Also, Hopper, Hellboy himself.
Ugh, I don't like...
I can't stand him. Every time it cuts to him, I'm like, shut up.
He's got like a masculinity issue.
I know. Yeah. Everything he says, I'm like, is this meant to be funny? Am I meant to laugh at him or with him? But I like the other characters. I like the Scoops Ahoy gang.
Yeah.
I like Steve, Dustin, Robin, and Erica.
Robin, yeah.
So good. Almost doing like a little like heist.
I love
missions
them.
And stuff.
They're my favorites.
Yeah.
I like Robin's character. She's like, I'm really excited for next season.
Even though they do the whole,
I'm gay.
I have a crush on this girl. Oopsie, she gay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as cringe as other things.
No, because like, I liked how he wasn't even salty. He was just like,
they handled it well. He wasn't like, what, you gay?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was like, okay.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, cool. Yeah.
And then they started talking about other stuff.
Yeah. I liked when they were high.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That whole section.
And then watch Back to the Future. And then he was calling Thingy, what was he calling him?
Who's Thingy?
The guy from Back to the Future.
Oh.
He was calling him something, but I forget what it was, but it was quite funny. Anyway.
I assumed he was calling him the name of another Michael J. Fox character.
Yeah, he was.
That was an alright bit.
Yeah.
There's
a musical bit that you haven't seen in the last episode.
Yeah, I think that's the bit I accidentally got spoiled this morning. But I haven't seen like the context of it. I just saw like a screenshot. I'm like, that. Is it kind of like an Umbrella Academy scenario?
Not really.
Okay. Is it kind of like a Rocket Man scenario?
No.
Is it kind of like a La La Land scenario?
No.
Is it kind of like a West Side Story scenario?
I haven't seen that.
I haven't either. Is it kind of like a Greatest Showman scenario?
No, absolutely not.
Wizard of Oz?
No.
The Wiz?
I don't know.
Wicked?
Maybe, I don't know. Not really. Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
No. It's more like just the characters sing and they have a reason to, so it's not just for like no.
They'll hold hands and like, as we go on, we remember, and start waving the candles.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're like Stranger Threeings. It was good.
Yep.
I liked that it got moving a lot quicker than last season. And 11 actually had stuff to do rather than just hide away in a hut for every episode.
Hide away in a hut.
Until she went on a road trip with some very weird punk characters that were also X-Men.
Who cares?
And they didn't pop up in the season, as far as I've seen.
Wait, so Stranger Things X-Men?
Yeah, there were other people with powers, weren't they? Yeah.
But they weren't X-Men.
No, but like...
Okay, that's just the reference. It
was like the X-Men episode.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, I was just like, hold on, what?
But I assume they don't pop up in this last episode for no reason or something. Yeah, so they've scrapped that.
Yeah.
Because no one liked it.
No. So it's a waste.
A waste of an episode.
Yeah.
You can tell that was probably just like one person's idea
at
the studio.
Yeah.
And they're like, can we make this? And they're like, sure, here's some spare change we have from the budget.
Fine, take it.
And the other thing I watched this week was the first episode of the show starring James Franco, 11/22/63 it's called.
Oh, the Nazi one.
Nazi one?
Didn't you say
no, it's
9/11.
No. He time travels back to stop JFK's assassination.
Sorry, it was one of the three.
But no, this came out a few years ago, and I've been waiting to watch it ever since it came out, and the whole thing's on Stan. It's like an 8-part miniseries.
Nice.
Which are my favorite types of shows. Just a little compact thing, beginning, middle, end.
Chernobyl's one of them.
Yeah, I still need to get around to that.
It's really good. It's fucking amazing.
And I watched the first episode of this
5.
James Franco thing, and it's pretty good. I'll watch the rest because it's based on a Stephen King thing. So it's based in Maine, as always.
Of course.
And yeah, it's this old guy's like, "Oi, James Franco, I need you to time travel back and stop JFK because of these reasons." And James Franco, like, first half of the episode's obviously like, "No, why would I do that? That's obviously like really dangerous and weird." Because there's like a time portal in this old guy's diner. It's actually Chris Cooper, which I found funny.
Oh my god, it's Chris Cooper.
Retroviral hyperplasia.
The goblin
disease. But yeah, he was kind of channeling the goblin disease acting juices in this.
Nice. There's 5 minutes of screen time.
It's like a portal in his diner.
Yeah.
Where you go through it, and every time you go through it, it takes you to this. I forget the date, but it's a date in 1960, so it's 3 years before JFK's assassination.
3 years.
Yeah, so if you go through there, you have to wait 3 years to actually
do it.
Go to JFK, unless you go back through the portal.
Oh, can you go back through the portal?
You can, but it resets. So if you go back through, you're back at 1960.
Yes, you have to wait 3 years again.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I know.
Jesus.
And it's implied that Chris Cooper's done this a few times because he's like aged
a lot
more than his character's age is.
Yeah.
And then that character dies, and then James Franco's like, "Oh shit, well I better do this thing then."
Yeah.
It was his dying wish.
Jesus. To save JFK.
Chris Cooper these days like, "I'll be in things as long as I die within 5 minutes."
Yeah, exactly.
The goblin disease. But I'll watch the rest and I'll report back on what I thought of it.
Yay.
Comics segment?
Yes.
Spidey recap of the week. It's the comics that we read. Week to week, 2 of them. I did one, Sammy did the other one. Here it is. Comics segment, you have the first one this week. It's about the lizard. He punches stuff.
Oh my god, I'm sleepy.
Oh my god.
I want to watch Midsummer.
I know, it's not out here though.
It's fucking gonna take another...
Booksmart is. I didn't know this until you said that before.
Yeah.
I want to watch it. Ow. 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 Ooh.
I'm punching Mike. I'm punching him. Ow. 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 Hey. We should be like, what do you call it? Like, we should start like a radio, like, novel or something.
Oh, yeah. Those are becoming a thing again now, like podcast, like podcast radio shows.
Yeah, Rami Malek did one. Ready for this?
This is just ASMR. Ooh, that's spicy. They probably peaked on the audio.
I didn't actually... Okay. Guess what those noises were, everyone. If you win, if you guess, you get a no prize.
List them all, and we probably forgot which ones were which.
Yeah. We'll definitely send you a no prize. This is the bonus sound. Okay, there you go.
Why am I clicking on yours? I have a microphone too.
The Amazing Spider-Man issue 77 release.
Oh, Spider-Man's lucky number. No, it's not.
What? It's called In the Blaze of Battle. So obviously we're continuing on from issue 76, which was last week, where he was trying to fight the Lizard, but his plan got foiled by...
Oh, that's right. Human Torch came in and was like, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy, you want to fuck off? Yeah. So, as we saw last issue, just as Spidey was about to trap the deadly Lizard, he was interrupted by the Human Torch, who unwittingly ruined our hero's plan. Maybe you can stop old Webhead, mister, but you're no match for Johnny Storm, as he lights up flames all around the Lizard. And Pete's like, don't do it, Torch. Wait, you don't understand. I mean, Spider-Man, not Pete. Listen to me, hot stuff. It's a private fight between the Lizard and me. I can take him, and you've got to let me do it alone. I know you're trying to help, but you're only making things worse. Johnny Storm's like, private fight? With the city practically under martial law because of that crawling creep? You've got to be kidding, fella. But anyway, start talking. I might as well hear you out. So, basically, this is what the whole comic is about. It's just Spider-Man and the Human Torch butting heads over who's gonna kill the Lizard.
A bunch of hotheads, eh?
Hey.
Mainly Human Torch. He's got the hottest
He's
head.
literally got a hot head.
Lizard looks weird.
Yeah, I told
Funny
you.
neck. He looks like Godzilla.
I told you this.
I know, but you said he looked cute.
Yeah, he does.
Like Godzilla.
Godzilla's cute.
Oh, he is, actually.
He actually is. Like, yeah, not gonna lie.
I remember my mum said that when we saw one of the Godzilla films.
Oh, really?
Why is Godzilla cute in this
Yeah. Your mom and me are spirit animals.
Look at him.
Yeah, look, he looks like a silly boy.
He's got a big hand.
I don't like his body. He's freaky, but his face is cute.
Well, close up on his feet. Sorry, I'm getting too ahead of myself.
Yeah, he's got weird feet.
Not weird feet, just big feet.
I'm tired. I don't know if I can play Minecraft tonight after I record the podcast. But anyway. God, how stupid did that sound? Anyway, so the Lizard interrupts the two hotheads' nice little conversation by throwing a brick of concrete at them. But the Torch just lights it up and turns it into soup before it can get anywhere near him. Ah, come on, Liz, the Human Torch says as the Lizard bounds away. You don't think you'll get away from me that easy, do you? So, the Human Torch starts to chase the Lizard, but alas, Spider-Man webs him up and he says, asbestos webbing? Hey, whose side are you on anyway?
He's done this before.
Yeah, asbestos webbing. So Spidey's like, it's not a matter of taking sides. I want him stopped just as much as you do, but I have to do it my way. And obviously he is saying this because he knows that the Human Torch will just burn the Lizard to a crisp and make crispy lizard skin because, that's obviously not what Spidey wants. He wants to keep his promise to his family and make sure he doesn't come into harm.
Risa fans.
So Johnny Storm's all webbed up and he's like, what's the bit, Mouse Man? Nobody's keeping score. And Spider-Man's looking at him like, I can't tell him what I promised Dr. Connor's wife, but, I've got nothing to say of my own, so I'll just ignore it. So he says, look, Torch, you've just got to trust me. I can't explain right now. The Lizard comes back. He sneaks up on Spidey and kicks him in the fucking back. Oh. Looks like he could break his back. Johnny Storm's like, oh, I even felt that clean over here. So obviously it was bad. Regardless of him being webbed up, the Human Torch turns up the heat again, on the Lizard and zaps him. And the two are on the ground. And he breaks the webbing. He's like, dude, if you think your crummy webbing can hold me forever, forget it. There's no asbestos made that can withstand my subnova heat. Spidey's like, big deal, Matchhead. While you keep making us speechless, while you keep making speeches, the lizard managed to get away, and then we see the lizard crawling away. So the Human Torch goes after him again.
Is asbestos banned now?
I mean, to put in like houses and stuff.
Yeah, because I remember there was a whole thing where
it's
any
really
rooms
bad
with
for your
asbestos
lungs.
had to get taken out.
Yeah, they used to use it as insulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I had a tree house made of asbestos, and that was kind of
a tree house made of
asbestos. It wasn't like a very big tree house, but it was like the platform was made of asbestos, something like that. Anyways,
or asbestos. You probably have asbestos in your lungs.
Probably. That's probably why I'm such an idiot.
I don't think that
is that how it works?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, why is Human Torch so dumb?
Because he's on flames. He doesn't
have... on flames?
Yeah. His skin's made out of asbestos.
On flames. Richard Parker.
Richard Parker. So...
What movie is that from? The Amazing Spider-Man or Life of Pi?
Yeah. Guess.
That's the lion's name.
The lion's called Richard Parker. Oh my god.
It's a weird name for a lion, if you ask me.
Yeah, I would believe that. So, please don't break that. Yeah, this fight continues on for a while, like for at least 6 pages. Don't do that, please.
Sorry.
Give it back.
I was gonna do it properly.
Okay, fine. This is my friendship necklace, so don't break it. Yeah, so he throws the lizard off a building to try and kill him, but the Spider-Man swings by and he's like, dude, don't kill him. I can't let him die. I made a promise, yada, yada, yada.
Dude, Spider-Man always makes a promise.
He made a promise to make sure he always protects Gwen, and look how that worked out.
No, that's not the promise. The promise was he promised not to... he has to break up with Gwen so she's not in danger.
Yeah, that's right.
And then 2 minutes later, he's like, hey, guess what? We should get back together. Yeah. And she's like, ooh, ooh. Then the next movie, she's like, wait, this actually is bad.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And then she runs away.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I thought you were talking about comics. I was like, sure, yeah.
What? Oh.
That's why I got so confused.
No.
Please, just, it's...
My finger's too big.
Thank you. I'm just looking at that. I'm just like, that's... Before something happens.
Huh?
Before you
provide context for the listeners.
Mike hijacked my necklace and it looked like he was going to break the clasp, and I was just like, just give it back.
I'm not going to break it off.
I know, but you know me.
What? Who are you?
You know me, I'm a bit of a worrywart, as they say. You know, if I was...
Pussy Willow.
Pussy Willow. If I was like that lady from Game of Thrones, the Red Witch, this would be like my necklace that makes me not look like an old hag. Because it's really pretty. Anyway, that was irrelevant information.
What's Game of Thrones?
Kit Harington checked himself into rehab.
That's old news.
I didn't know that's new news to me. I didn't know that until this afternoon. So.
I thought you told me about that.
What?
Maybe I told you about it and you're like, cool. You thought I was joking.
Yeah, I thought you were. I was like, haha, very funny, Mike. I believe you.
They tried to make Amy Winehouse go to rehab, but she said no, no, no.
And then look at how she turned out, dude.
What? What happened to Amy Winehouse? Did I miss something?
She died from alcohol poisoning.
What? I must have turned off the documentary before the end.
Yeah, that's exactly what you did.
I thought it was just showing her life up until now. Like showing how she got successful.
No.
I like that documentary because it wasn't like talking heads being like, and then when I met Amy Winehouse, she was really at a low point. It was just showing footage.
Yeah.
And it's like, make your own opinion.
Exactly. That's what I really liked about it.
Anyway,
back
into it.
Yeah. Enough of that stupid fight with the Human Torch and Spidey. We're cutting to Dr. Connor's family trying to figure out what's going on. They're very scared in that hotel room. They're like, listen to radio reports of what's going on in New York. And she realizes that the Human Torch is also helping Spider-Man, and she's like, well, look, kid, I don't I can't make any promises, but I think the Human Torch is going to kill your dad, kill the lizard. And he's like, no, it can't be. So he runs out and tries to save him. So we're back to the fight. And, they keep tussling. And the Human Torch is, like, throwing flames. And Spider-Man keeps having to, like, catch the lizard when he's falling and, like, saving him. And eventually their banter distracts them from the lizard and the lizard gets away and he says, I'm going to the water because that's a lizard's natural habitat. In his own words, water is a lizard's natural habitat. Sure. Okay.
I swear there's a fight scene like this in a movie where like one person's trying to kill a dude and the other one has to protect
him. Yeah.
The person but they can't explain why.
Oh.
I don't know.
What movie?
I don't know. Probably a Spider-Man movie.
Which one?
I don't know. It's probably not a Spider-Man movie. Probably another movie.
Far From Home.
What?
Far From Home.
You mean that movie that's bad? Hey, okay. It's not bad. It's got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. That means it's good.
Wow. What does it have on Letterboxd?
Like, it's pretty high actually. It's like 3.9 out of 5 or something.
Wow.
Just pretty good for a Marvel flick. I think Endgame had the highest reviews of any of the Marvel movies.
Sorry, Thomas, for being so...
We'll get to it in the letters section.
We'll get to it.
No, what's it called? Fan mail segment of the week. Our segments are called movie segment, comic segment, then fan mail segment of the week.
Fan mail segment of the week.
That's not even true. It's Spidey recap of the week. That's what the segment's called.
Oh, that's what it's called.
It's movie segment, Spidey recap of the week.
And
then
fan mail.
Did we get fan mail? We probably didn't. But let's find out right now.
They're all pretty accurate though.
Yeah, that's the one thing we can say.
Yes. Okay, so Spider-Man and the Human Torch are fighting.
No way.
No way, yeah. And Spidey webs the Human Torch to a building so he can go to Dr. Connors and capture him.
Asbestos.
And he has
Always
an
does the
idea.
trick.
He has an idea as he's on his way, but he sees the Human Torch flying towards the lizard and he's like, no. By the way, he has this idea while he's on top of like an industrial building with smoke billowing out of it, so who knows. And they end up at a boat and lizards fucking everything up on the boat, like grabbing like the masts and just whacking people with them, which is kind of fucked up. But hey, so the Human Torch is trying to flame this guy, and the lizard jumps into the water because apparently the water is a lizard's natural element or habitat or something like that.
Yeah, didn't you see Amazing Spider-Man?
It's a lizard, not a crocodile.
He lived in the sewer.
I
think lizard to them is just like an alligator.
Because amphibians, that would make more sense if he was an amphibian.
I think he's an alligator.
Not
pretty
all
much.
Lizards can like swim, bruv.
Well, he always hides out in the sewers.
Lizard, if he's just called Reptile Man, not the lizard, then that would make a lot more sense.
The Reptile Man sounds stupid.
It does.
Why can't they call him the alligator?
Sometimes when I was a kid, I used to like hold a necklace and pretend I was holding it the way that Sandman did in Spider-Man 3. I'm not even kidding.
Well, he tries to grab it and be like,
yeah,
it goes through it.
It goes through, yeah.
And he's like,
yeah, literally.
Penny.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. This is something I used to do.
I think I did that too, but not with the necklace. Probably with something else I had.
Yeah.
It was a locket, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't have a locket though.
How come that didn't turn into sand?
The locket?
In the sand experiment.
Because
it only
he was organic matter.
But he had clothes.
Yeah, that's organic matter. Clothes. It's cotton.
But it is a belt buckle.
Okay, yeah, you got me there. I'm not gonna lie, I had you in the first half.
And a watch, probably.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, who cares? The sand people don't exist anyway.
Yes, they do in Star Wars.
Yeah. You ever seen the Christmas special with the Wookiees?
Yeah.
Have you?
Unfortunately.
I've seen like only clips of it because this looks like painful. Don't do that to the microphone.
Bye.
Sammy left. Do you like how the Christmas special, they can't call it the Christmas or Christmas?
No, they can't.
There's no Jesus.
There's no Jesus.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah, we have.
So they call it the Life Day or something.
There's no Jesus in Star Wars.
Well, technically, isn't that what Anakin was meant to be? He was like the Jesus figure.
Yeah,
that
but he
turned
killed
bad.
everyone.
He killed kids.
Did Jesus kill?
So you either die a hero like Jesus,
Oh,
or
yeah,
you live
you
long
live
enough
long enough
to see yourself kill
become-
children.
Yeah, literal children.
They were animals. I slaughtered them like animals. Anakin's a racist. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He killed all the sand people and called them animals.
Oh my god. That's true. That's really racist.
That's why Attack of the Clones is the best one.
Yeah, actually, I agree with you.
I like Attack of the Clones.
Ops.
Ops.
Black hole.
Sammy's lost in mind.
I'm tired. So the lizard jumped in the water and the Human Torch started boiling the water because that's what he's doing. So he's trying to cook the frog. Get it? Because you know when they talk about putting a frog in a pot of boiling water, it'll jump out. But if you put it in a pot of cold water, bring it to the boil, it'll just stay there until it boils alive.
Okay. Have you tried this?
No, but I've tried it like emotionally with people. I'm kidding. That's fucked up. I haven't. This is messy.
You like the bit where they boiled Billy in Stranger Things, but not the real Billy?
Oh, yeah. That's creepy. The whole, because, one thing I can appreciate about Stranger Things is that when they kill someone, they're dead. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Rip Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Samwise Gamgee. Rip Bob. Justice for Bob.
She deserved better. But she's dead, so.
She was cooler than Nancy.
She was.
Jake Busey was also in Stranger Things.
Who's that?
Gary Busey's brother. He was one of the what do you call it? The people that Nancy worked for that were really mean.
Oh, that were really irrationally sexist.
He was the blonde guy with the big teeth.
Ew, I hated him.
I remember him from what's that movie he's in? Starship Troopers?
Oh,
Something like that. He was in one of those.
Sounds right.
I was going to say Point Break, but that was Gary Busey.
The more better Busey brother. Anyway.
Hey, Utah. Give me 2.
So Spider-Man goes in to save this guy, the lizard, and he's pretending he's dead. But then when he goes to save him, the lizard...
Spider-Man is?
Yeah.
Pretending he's dead?
No, the lizard. Oh. The lizard's pretending he's dead. But so Spider-Man... Why would the Spider-Man pretend he's dead? Anyway.
I don't know, like when it's like a school shooter or something.
What the fuck? Hey, hold on. Hang on. What's going on?
Like the lizard's trying to kill him, so he's playing dead.
No, but Spider-Man jumped into the water. That's
he jumped in the water.
Put yourself in a dangerous situation and then play dead. Like, that's stupid.
Isn't that the whole point?
No, he's going to save the lizard because he doesn't want him to die because he promised his family that he wouldn't fucking kill him.
It all worked out in the end, does it?
Yeah, sure. Definitely did.
I want to hear about it.
So... the lizard was playing dead, but it was a prank, so he grabs Spider-Man, tries to drown this guy, but he chokes him out, so he actually falls unconscious. So he brings him up to the surface, and then he throws the lizard up on the deck, and he's like, "Here you go, Human Torch, Johnny Storm, fucking bitch. Here's this guy. See, I told you I could do it. Your interaction, you little shit."
Oh
and they have a big old argument, and then Spidey's like, "Look, I would still continue this argument, but when I was underwater, my spider sonic hearing picked up a distress call from the Fantastic Four."
What now? Spider sonic hearing?
Yeah. And then Johnny Storm's like, "My partner's in trouble. Well, I can't stay, so I got to get back to you some other time." And Spidey's like, "Don't hurry, big mouth." But then he's like, "It worked. I just lied about stupid sonic whatever hearing." Yeah, so he was lying.
Bloody lied. I thought they started making up new powers for him.
Yeah. No, he doesn't actually have.
in Superman 4, have you ever seen that one? Where he has rebuild the Wall of China powers?
I'm sorry?
A villain destroys a block of the what's it called? The Great Wall of China. And Superman looks at it and suddenly it appears back there. I'm like, what's this power he suddenly has?
What the fuck? That's a very specific power.
I know. How does that work?
Oh, yeah,
and in the first movie, he has time travel powers by reverting the rotation of the Earth.
Which doesn't make sense, but okay.
It works emotionally.
Emotionally.
You wanted to save
Lois.
Lois.
Lois dies, yeah.
He was like, oh, I think I watched the Japanese dub.
Okay. So, Spider-Man grabs a lizard and he's not webbing, but swinging over to that weird factory he was on top of when he got an idea before. But guess who's watching and sees this?
Billy.
What do you want with my dad, Billy... Spider-Man? Please don't hurt him.
What's Billy's name from Stranger Things? His last name.
Billy.
Billy
Batson.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't you reckon he looks like a dirty Zac Efron? Like a ratty Zac Efron?
Yeah, but in a sexy way.
Really?
Yes.
I thought he looked weird.
I love him. He's Australian.
Gross mustache. Yeah, he's in Power Rangers. He's the main ranger.
Ew, he's in Power Rangers. I changed my mind.
He's the Red Ranger.
Wait, what's his name in real life? He's got a
Montgomery.
Weird, yeah, he's got a weird, unpronounceable name. It's like Credence or something, but Credence you can actually pronounce. Credence. Caden.
I don't know how to pronounce it. That's why I'm not saying it.
Hold on.
I don't know if it's Dacre or Dacre.
Oh, Dacre. It's Dacre.
Is it Dacre?
Yeah, it's not
spelled
Dacre.
like acre.
Yeah.
But I thought it can't be Dacre.
It is Dacre. Because I thought it was Dacre. Or Dacre. And then I thought that for so long until I saw an interview with him. He's like, I'm Dacre Montgomery.
Well, I'm Dacre Montgomery. I'm in Stranger Things 3.
I play Billy. And now my character's... Oh... Never mind.
What? Excuse me?
His character's, like, technically, right?
Huh?
His character's the Mind Flayer.
Kind of.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to spoil that, but...
Spider-Man has a big hand in this panel. What's going on? Not bad.
Yeah, so Billy saw this, his son, the lizard's son. So Spider-Man webs up the lizard and he's like, all right, now to do this plan. And he sees some chemical. He's like, all right, I'm going to do these chemicals. And his son, the son of the lizard's like, hey, Dad, let me save you. So he goes to unweb him, but he can't. So like the lizard unwebs him. So he's like, hello, little child, let me eat you. He's like, Dad, no, Spider-Man, help. And then Spider-Man runs over. He's like, what's happening? That sounds like Bobby Connors. And he brings his name is Bobby, not Billy.
It's Billy.
It's Bobby.
I think he made a mistake.
Like Stanley made a mistake.
Pretty sure.
Never.
Hold on, you keep talking. I'm gonna look this up.
Okay.
Why'd my camera open?
So he brings over
Billy
the barrel.
Connors.
Oh my god! Fuck. So he brings over the barrel while he tries to go save.
William Joseph Connors was an American player, coach, and front office.
Wait, wrong character. Okay. That's Billy Connors comics. Look. William Billy Connors is a fictional character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. Billy is usually depicted as a supporting character of Spider-Man and is the son of Dr. Curtis Connors.
Is he in any movies?
He's an Amazing Spider-Man in the scene they cut.
Oh, that's right. Well, it is Billy then. Fuck, alright. It's a mistake.
Or maybe Spider-Man doesn't know his name. He's like, hey, this is like Bobby Connors. That's why I laugh, because like, what are you talking about?
Bobby Connors.
I thought you were like paraphrasing. Like you do sometimes. You're like, and then he fucking says, you fucking gonna
That's what I've been doing this whole thing. This whole time.
But you said Bobby Connors.
Bobby Connors. I want to sleep. So, he got the chemicals and then he's like, Spider-Man. Oh, wait, the lizard's like, Spider-Man might kill you now. But he's like, fat chance, asshole, and rips open the barrel. Rips open the barrel of chemicals and throws this like weird powder all over him. He's like, you think I can be stopped by baby powder? He's like, boy, that ain't baby powder.
That's cocaine.
That's cocaine. Oh my god, he dies from cocaine overdose. No, it's what is it called? Dehydrating powder. And he's like, no, this will kill you, or this will weaken you because you said that water is your natural habitat, so I'm going to take all the water out of you with this powder. So he's like, no. And he starts turning back into Dr. Connors.
I love going to a factory and there's just dehydrating powder just sitting around.
Yeah.
You can throw
whatever that is.
You throw it at a lizard.
Silica gel, right? That's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just a tub of silica gel.
Yeah. Like little beads. Anyway, so he turns back into Dr. Connors and he's like, oh, Billy, I hope I didn't...
See?
Oh, no, he's saying Bobby. What are you talking about?
What?
He's saying, Bobby, my son, are you all right?
No, Stanley made a mistake.
Did the lizard hurt you? And he's like, I'm okay, Dad. My name is Bobby.
This is the Bobby Connors podcast now, guys.
Yeah.
Where every week we attempt to read every issue of The Amazing Spider-Man.
Week by week. So everything's good in the world. Spider-Man swings away. He's like, yep, that was that. That's that issue. There you go. The next one's the Prowler.
Bobby Connors. It's not his name.
What do you want from me?
What do we got? We've got Miss Watkins. We've got Peter Palmer. We've got Bobby Connors. And there's another one. There was some other character, wasn't there?
I don't know.
Oh, I know. You're too far from the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
No one can hear you.
I don't know.
Thank you. Night of the Prowler. It's the Night of the Prowler. Spider-Man swinging. This is issue 78. Sorry. This is issue 78. Released in November 10th, 1969. So, pre-9/11. So, Spider-Man swinging around. A page is loading, I'm sorry. And he's like, the city's too quiet tonight. It's like the lull before the storm. But anyways, at least that whole tablet saga is over, he says.
Fuck. Yeah.
And the lizard won't be causing any more trouble for a while.
Yeah.
And Stanley's like, there you go, kids. You didn't have to read all that stuff that we released before because we just summarized it for you. And Spider-Man's like, why am I looking for trouble anyway? I've had so much non-stop action for months. So he's like, you know what? It's time I just forget about the little web slinger for a while. And you know what? I'm going to be Peter Parker for a bit because he's my favorite civilian. And he's like, oh, yeah, let's just let's go call my mates. Let's go call Gwen. He goes to a telephone booth. And he's like, oh shit, I don't have a dime to put in the telephone booth.
Not a single dime.
He's on a grate and he's like, wait, there's probably a coin underneath this grate that people have dropped and lost. And he's like,
that's how you know you're poor, dude.
There's one right there. And he's like, Spider-Man in the MCU is not very poor, is he? They move house every movie, and he has funding from Tony Stark.
Yeah, but
I reckon they'll work around that.
Yeah.
Or will they? They don't care.
Yeah, I was about to say, does it even matter?
Not to them.
No.
Do you reckon it matters that Spider-Man has money problems? I feel like it's refreshing to see a character that doesn't have it all.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's the appeal of Spider-Man to me, because you see yourself in Spider-Man.
That's always been the appeal of Spider-Man to me.
Yeah.
But, who knows? That's why I like Spider-Man, the Raimi films so much.
Even
Spider-Man 2,
what's
Rent.
the video game? PS4.
Yeah,
he gets kicked out of his apartment.
He literally gets kicked out of his apartment. I love the PS4 Spider-Man.
He's in his 20s. He's mid-20s or something.
He's mid-20s, yeah. So he's been Spider-Man for a while at this point too. So it's
It's weird because he's young, but at that point he would have been Spider-Man for almost 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Spider-Man calls Gwen, and there's a madman knocking on the booth. He's like, oi, get out of there, you punk. Let me use that blasted phone.
Oh,
Come on, move your butt, mister, before I get in there and move it for you.
Why is he Australian?
He just looks Australian, right? Look at him.
What is an Australian? Yeah, he does. Weirdly enough, you're absolutely correct.
And Spider-Man's like, oh, this idiot probably can't even see who's in this booth, because if he did, he wouldn't be causing trouble. So Spider-Man opens the booth and just yoinks this guy up, and he's like, oi, don't shout, sweetie. You'll strain your larynx.
Sweetie?
And this dude's like, I'm being lifted by just one hand. And he ain't even straining. And this guy, I don't think he still doesn't see Spider-Man. He's like, I don't know what the hell that was, but I ain't staying around. So that was pointless. Spider-Man goes back on the phone. And
that was the most pointless waste of panels ever.
Yeah, and he's like, I better lift my mask so Gwen can't hear my muffled voice. And Peter's like, oi, guess who, pretty girl? And she's like, well, since Dustin Hoffman doesn't know my number, it must be Peter Parker.
Remember when he was a heartthrob?
Was he though? I've seen The Graduate. He was not look, he wasn't bad looking, but I didn't think he was a Hollywood heartthrob.
He's definitely not nowadays. He's a creep now, isn't that confirmed?
He got cancelled.
Yeah.
He was in that movie, The Meyerowitz Stories, recently.
That's right.
That's the last thing I saw him in. Wasn't he also Rain Man? Anyways, Gwen's all like, oi, you want to drop by in a few minutes? Oh, sorry, I can't tonight, Peter. I've got something to attend to. And we see in the background Flash Thompson in Gwen's room. And he's like, so he finally decided to call her. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Fuck?
Why is Flash Thompson in Gwen's room?
Caught out.
At the middle of the night. Just standing there.
Ew, that's creepy. What the fuck?
I don't know what they're up to, but look, we'll see. And Peter's like, well, I can't expect Gwen to be available all the time. Well, maybe she's going out to dinner with her dad or something. I wouldn't have expected her to sound so secretive. As Spider-Man's just pondering on the phone booth, it's like a crowd builds around him.
Hey, look, it's Spider-Man.
And they're like, oh, it's Spider-Man. Gosh, I always thought he was a giant. Can we get your autograph? And Spider-Man's like, no, fuck off. And he swings away. And he's like, I think I liked it better when they were all scared of me. And he's like, okay, I'll go home now and get some shut-eye. But he sees Harry inside on the phone. And he's like, I can't go in yet until Harry's off the phone. And if that's MJ he's talking to, that could be all night.
All night long.
So this is Spider-Man just chilling, like hanging upside down like a bat.
Wow, what a guy.
And he's like, better wait. And so it's finally 20 minutes later. Spidey sneaks into his room. And he changes out of his clothes into his yellow turtleneck. Look, he looks like Tom Holland.
Oh my god, that's where he got that. He was inspired by. Nice.
Anyways, he's like, I better study for my physics test because I haven't done that, and I better be prepared for class for once. But then in his mind, he's like, no, it's no use. I can't get Gwen out of my mind. Maybe if I walk past her house, I'll run into her.
Jeez, they did things weird in the 60s.
I know. Well, they didn't have Facebook stalking.
Yeah.
He says, or I can always ring the bell and say I came to talk to Captain Stacy. I know it's a bonehead idea, but it's better than just sitting around in my room pondering. And he's walking down the street, and he walks past a cafe, and he sees Gwen and Flash Thompson.
Bum, bum, bum.
But you can't see what they're talking about. But we see what they're talking about. I was about to say here, we can't hear anything. But Peter's like doing the thing where he's pressed up against the window. He's like, what? This can't be possible.
I like that. That's a cool image.
Oh no, Flash is like, no, Gwen is like, promise you'll be honest with me, Flash. And Flash's like, you know I will, Gwen. I guess as long as I've known Pete as long as anyone around here. And Gwen's like, I know you have. That's why you're the one I turn to. I thought you might know something about him from the past. Perhaps that might explain his mysterious disappearances.
What?
And Flash is like, he was the same way years ago, Gwen. Whenever something exciting happened, he'd cut out. Most of the gang just thought he was chicken and let it go at that. But he isn't. He's as courageous as anyone. Oh, this is Gwen speaking. But he isn't. He's as courageous as anyone.
I was about to say, that does not sound like Flash Thompson.
I know he is. There must be another reason I've got to learn the secret he's hiding. He means so much to me. If he's in trouble, I have to help him.
Oh, so it's wholesome conversation.
Yeah, but Peter's like, I should have known that Gwen, I'm not good enough for Gwen, and she's talking to Flash Thompson. I see how it is. I wouldn't have believed it. She'd do that in a million years.
Uh-oh.
And he sooks off. He starts walking down the street, and he bumps into these shifty-looking characters. And like, hey, Watch where you're walking there,
Hey,
right?
I'm walking here.
Hey, this little fella ain't answering you, Big Joe. Maybe the little fella's got his ears stuffed with cotton. And they start, like, trying to pick on him, like, push him. And Peter's like, fuck off. I don't want to deal with this right now. He just throws them all away.
I love that.
Because he's Peter Parker. And he says, up against the wall, you creeps. Then he looks back and he's like, oh shit, I just knocked all those guys out. I better run away before anyone realizes. And yeah, as he's walking home, he sees a window washer.
On a high rise?
On a high rise. Oh, not a high rise. It's on the outside of the Daily Bugle, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
But Peter's all sook and he's like, I didn't study, I didn't sleep, I lost my girlfriend.
Rip.
I bet that window cleaner up there is having a better night than me. I wonder if he knows just how lucky he is. Then it cuts to the window cleaner.
Oh, here we go.
This young chap. And funny enough, he's going through all the same stuff that Peter is almost, but to a different level. He's like, why can't I make it down on the ground like those other Joes? Nothing ever works out for me.
Is this the Prowler?
Hobby Brown, it is, but his name's Hobby Brown.
Hobby Brown.
Not Aaron Davis, as we know him. I think Aaron Davis is the ultimate version.
Yeah.
Anyways, Hobby Brown is all like, stuck here cleaning these crummy windows, but this ain't gonna last forever. Maybe you're kidding yourself, Hobby. This is the best you can do. Then we get flashbacks. It's like his girl left him because why'd she leave him? Because he's a bit of a low life. He's trying to achieve his goals, but he just can't.
He just keeps washing windows.
Just keeps washing windows. Yeah, she says she's a nowhere window washer.
Oh, that's not very
What's
nice.
to stop you from giving that all you've got? And Hobby's all like, why not bring some of your new ideas to the man you work for? Oh no, this is still her talking, sorry.
I was about to say, hold on.
Yeah, she's pretty much like, why don't you just give a bit more effort? And Hobby's like,
that's not very nice.
wait, just stop.
Me?
What?
Me?
No.
Oh.
This is Hobby saying.
What? Just stop.
And the girls runs away and she's like, there's nothing more to say for us to say. You have an excuse for everything. You're a born loser. You be a loser. And that's not what I want, Hobby. And yeah, so funny enough, Hobby's girl has also left him, a lot like Peter Parker.
Yes.
Or so Peter thinks. I don't know, I did
I was
quotation
about
marks.
to say, huh?
So Peter thinks.
So Peter thinks.
Hobby goes to his job as a window washer. And he pretty much like, wait, Mr. Clark, I've got something to show you. I've got these diagrams for these safety devices I've been working on. It's this new type of belt harnesses and toggle hooks.
Is this just the same as the Amazing Spider-Man and Electro?
Kind of. And then this dude's all like, hey, use your head, kid. That would cost too much. Go back to cleaning windows, you idiot.
This is the same as Electro. I got some blueprints, boss.
Pretty much.
Fuck off.
Anyways, Hobby goes back to cleaning his windows. We're back in the present day. This is how he got to this point. And he's like, I'm not going to take this anymore. I've got to crack the establishment. I've got to live in a society.
I get it. We live in a society.
He did a SpongeBob laugh just then. I don't know if you heard that.
No.
Anyways, we see J. Jonah Jameson inside because it's the Daily Bugle, and he's like yelling at Hobby for not doing a good job on the windows or something. And Hobby climbs in and he's like, no, hang on. J. Jonah Jameson says, I can chew up a dozen smart mouths like you before breakfast, so you better do a better job. And yeah, Hobby's not taking any of this. But J. Jonah Jameson's pretty much complaining about this kid not doing a good job, and the boss comes in and he's like, what? This is dumb. You're fired, Hobby.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Oh, fuck. That's so mean.
Yep.
Yep.
Or actually, Hobby runs off or something. I don't know. The
Figure
point
it out
is
for
that
yourself.
Hobby is mad because everyone's getting mad with him. The world's not going his way.
He's like, Spider-Man.
So he's walking down the street. He's like, well, at least my rent's paid for a month. So, my bread's about to run out, he says.
He can't get this bread.
He can't get that bread. So he goes to his apartment and he's like, look, I'm going to make myself a costume, give myself a name that nobody can forget,
Yeah.
and use some of the things I invented to look like I've got superpowers. And he's got these little, what do you call them? He calls them bracelet gizmos that shoot special cleaning fluids at window glass. But he says he can put gas in them and other stuff to make them like weaponized. He's got claws. Got claws, look at him.
Yeah, he's got the Prowler claws, yay.
And what else has he got? I don't know, he's making some sort of serum, some sort of juice. And there you go, he makes a costume, he's the Prowler.
Yeah, that's actually
cape and
pretty,
cowl.
yeah. This is his first appearance as the Prowler.
Yeah, this is the first appearance of the Prowler.
Nice.
Hobby Brown,
not Aaron Davis.
And yeah, he starts running amok in the city. And he shoots one of his pellets. And
his pellets
destroys a part of a wall. He sneaks out. Oh, he's got insulated boots. How good is that?
So he has warm toes.
Yeah, so he has warm toes.
Yeah.
And so he can leap better or something? I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Me neither. I
But
don't
pretty
know
much
how it works right now.
He figures he has to commit some sort of crime because it would take too long for a hero to get more attention because there's too many heroes.
I need a hero.
He's like, I'm going to commit a crime. And then later, Hobby Brown will recover the loot that was stolen and return it like a hero.
Give me the loot.
There you go. So he's going to frame himself.
Nice.
I guess. Would you call that framing yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
That's kind of, yeah, I don't know what else you'd call it.
You'd call it self-framing.
What do you know? He's going to the Daily Bugle. And he's like, well, I'm going to ask for Jameson on an advance for my new photos that I haven't took yet, but, you know, I want money.
I just haven't took them yet.
Robbie's in, and Peter's like, oh, is Jameson around? And Robbie's like, yeah, probably not. He's a bit mad and stuff. Can I help you, Peter? And Peter's like, I'm a bit low on funds. I thought I'd appeal to his world-famous, generous, soft-hearted nature.
Peter!
And Robbie's like, it'll be like pleading with a hunk of granite, but you're welcome to try. But as this is happening, the Prowler's prowling around on the outside. So my best bet is to pull up robbery inside this newspaper office. If I'm looking for publicity, this will be the perfect source.
Nice. Great.
And Peter
Perfect.
and Jameson are going off at each other. Like, Peter's snapped. He's not taking this shit anymore.
He's not taking it very well.
Jameson's all like, no, not a chance. Absolutely negative. Not in your life. Forget it. The answer is definitely no. And Peter's like, I think you're trying to tell me something. And Jameson's all like, when's the last time you brought any good crime pics, huh? When's the last time you brought an exclusive shot of that rotten wall crawler?
Spider-Man.
And Jameson's like, am I supposed to pay for it whenever you take a vacation? He's like, what vacation? I don't go on vacations.
Literally.
And Jameson's like, shut up. And he pretty much yells at him for the whole page.
Oh, it's so sad.
And Prowler's like looking in the windows like, what the fuck?
What's going on? What's going on?
And we hear Bahwham.
Wham.
But that Bahwham was Peter slamming the door to leave.
Aw.
He's like, oh, fuck this guy. What? Why is my spider sense tingling like mad? Where can it be? Where's it coming from? And he looks outside and he sees the Prowler. He looks inside a room and he sees the Prowler with a bag of cash. He's like, holy smoke, who's that with the payroll bag?
He just looked out the window and there's a fucking dude with a payroll bag in his hand. What the fuck? That's not suspicious at all.
There's a guy knocked out. And this is where the comic ends.
Oh my god.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
When I was reading this, I was like, what?
I was wondering that. I'm like, this is getting really long just for it to be at this point.
That was me when I was reading it. Because I was like, this is like page 20. I've just met.
What the hell?
But yeah, it says, next, no turning back. And it's Peter holding the Prowler's arm.
He's holding his hand.
They're holding hands.
Hold your hand.
Cool. I didn't mind that one, the parallels between hero
I
and
don't
villain.
mind it, yeah.
I wish it had an ending, but we'll hear it next week.
I'm sure we will. Why not?
Fan mail segment of the week. Did we get fan mail? We probably didn't, but let's find out right now. Hey, maybe we have to watch Stuber now because of Thomas.
Yeah, thanks, Thomas.
Welcome to the fan mail segment of the week, aka Thomas Tweets. We need to come up with a new theme song called Thomas Tweets.
Oh, God, I'm not going to do that.
Well, we'll do it now and we'll add the music some other time.
Okay.
Thomas Tweets. He tweets in every week. We don't know what he's gonna say, but it's probably a good one. Hey.
Yeah, there we go. That's good.
Then we'll add music to that some other time.
Yeah.
So bad.
I liked it.
Does he
have say Bradley Cooper?
No, don't spoil it.
Okay.
He's got a lot of tweets this week.
That's a lot.
Okay, this is in chronological order. This is when he live tweeted our last episode as he listened. So,
do you think all his followers are like, what the fuck, whenever he tweets all this?
Well, he tweets at us.
Does that mean his followers see it?
They do, kind of, but it's like it's directed at someone. So it's
okay.
And it's also in English. So.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Anyways, you asked him last week if paracetamol was okay.
Yeah.
And he said, paracetamol is okay. Just don't do hard drugs, kids.
Okay. Thank you, Thomas. You're a good boy.
And his next tweet...
I'm a good boy. Sorry, I meant to say that.
What?
I'm a good boy.
You're a good boy.
Because I didn't do any hard drugs.
Okay. Yet.
Not yet.
He said, guys, it wouldn't be Super Mario Cinematic Universe. It would be Nintendo Cinematic Universe, you dinguses.
Oh, yeah, it would be. So. You're right. Oh my God, if we had Nintendo Super... Oh yeah, I did say Legend of Zelda was going to be in it last week. I was going to say we could have Legend of Zelda, but yeah, I already said that, so there you go.
And he says the team-up movie would be called the Super Smash Brothers. Because we said it would be called the Super Mario Brothers. As Donkey Kong and Princess Peach.
Super Smash Bros. Oh my God, you have Kirby in it and Pokemon and...
Pokemon? What?
Oh my God.
The aircon turned off, guys.
Yeah, the white noise machine turned off.
All that I'm hearing from you is white noise turned off.
Noise. All right.
Next tweet, he said, you guys were way too hard and Far From Home. Listening to a review, it seemed like you want it to be like the classic comics. But I love how they're doing something new and different. I don't want Peter working for the Bugle. Who even reads the newspapers now? Huh?
I'm sorry. Well, of course we do, Thomas. What have we been doing every single week for the past
here's
like
the
6
thing.
months?
Here's the thing. I've never been against MCU Spider-Man.
No,
we like Homecoming a lot.
I love.
We think it's one of the better Spider-Man movies.
Definitely.
And I like the direction they were taking us from the trailers. My thing with this movie is I don't think it had a really clear idea of what it was from beginning to end. Like I don't know what to. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Do you know what I mean?
I don't want to say anything because I feel like I'm going to get in trouble now.
No, it's fine. I think things just need to breathe more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I'm too scared now.
Why are you scared?
I don't know. I'm scared of having opinion because I always feel like it's the wrong opinion.
Okay, fine. I'll have an opinion.
There you go. You can be the opinion for this.
I'm going to see it again, hopefully, next week.
Yeah, I want to watch it again too.
Because I need to have second thoughts on it.
But to be fair,
there's a bit of foreshadowing with the scrolls and stuff that I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see all that too.
Because you know in the trailer how Nick Fury is like, Becca's from another world, just not ours. But in the movie, he apparently says, just not yours. Because obviously the scrolls are from another world. Anyway, I wanted to look for all that little stuff. And also...
That's sick.
What was I going to say about Far From Home? Yeah, I'll see it again so I can... Because a lot of the movie I've kind of forgot about. So I'll need to watch it again to structure my thoughts a bit more properly.
Yeah. And to be fair, I was feeling so blah about superhero movies. I just got to a point where it's like 6 straight months of like a bajillion superhero movies.
Yeah, it's our fault for seeing them all.
Yeah,
we saw Hellboy and Dark Phoenix.
I was like so tired of it by that point, and I shouldn't have taken it all out in Spider-Man Far From Home. But look, I already did it. so fuck. Like, I can't take it back. But I do agree with some of my points still. So yeah.
Yeah, I do think the movie contradicts itself a few times too, which
Like
maybe
us.
I'm interpreting it in the wrong way. But there is a bit where Jon Favreau pretty much gives him this whole speech where it's like, "We don't need you to be another Iron Man, dude. Do your own thing." And I was like, "Yeah." And then suddenly they play AC/DC music and have Spider-Man using Iron Man's tech
stuff. Yeah.
and building a Spider-Man suit. Like, no,
That is really
be Spider-Man.
funny. That's funny. I like that.
There's a few other cases like that. But it was a good movie.
And
I guess.
raindrops are falling in my head.
Actually, I was thinking about that bit where he defeats Mysterio. Spoilers again for Far From Home, where he uses his senses because the whole thing of his movies is Peter Tingle isn't working properly.
Peter Tingle,
which isn't emphasized like, enough.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand because I didn't know his Peter Tingles weren't working like really.
Yeah, it wasn't
because he didn't really draw attention to his Peter Tingles in the first place. You know what I mean?
It was a thing where his Peter Tingle isn't working, and there's the bit where Mysterio's about to fucking shoot him in the head, and he catches the gun.
Yeah, oh, that's sick.
And the look in his eyes,
that.
he's
"What
about to
the
get shot.
fuck?" Yeah. And that whole bit where he's like running towards Mysterio, but he's got his eyes closed.
Yeah.
I love
I forget
that.
what he says. He's like, "You can't scare me anymore," or something like that.
Yeah.
And he punches Mysterio in the fucking
So
head.
fucking epic. I love that.
Yeah, that was a good bit.
Yeah.
There's a few good bits. I did like a lot of people I found don't like the bit at the start where they're going through all the people that died in Endgame with the music over it and the bad images. No, it was that wasn't that song.
Oh, was it?
It was.
Oh yeah, it was that song. Sorry, I thought it was Titanic.
Yeah. Apparently people didn't like that scene.
I love that scene. It's funny.
Because it's making a joke out of people that died, but like, whatever.
Who cares?
It's a real movie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's not real life.
I say who cares while I criticize a film that doesn't even matter anyway.
We're allowed to criticize movies. That's why they exist.
Yeah, true. Why do I exist?
Imagine liking every movie.
Implying movies are good, dude.
He also said MJ in the first movie came off as angsty in a cringy way. Here we get a reason as to why. And I think that's what makes her more relatable to people.
That I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
They gave her a bit more of a character.
Yeah.
But still not enough. I don't know what her deal is.
Yeah, still not too sure. Because like yeah.
Because they're going for a cutesy high school romance where like we don't like we're all seeing it from the other characters' perspectives. We're like, I want to know what MJ wants. What does she want out of life?
Yeah, we don't know much about her at all.
What's her life like at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it abusive like the comics and like the Raimi versions? Or is she just kind of like a sheltered kid that, doesn't go out much? Different MJ.
Yes.
Sammy's falling asleep. I can see your eyes progressively shutting throughout the course of this podcast.
No.
Start your wide-eyed Jake Gyllenhaal, and now you're like...
You gotta say to actor that's really small eyes. Like shut eyes.
Like Jackie Chan. What? There's no one you can say that makes it work.
Oh my god. No, it's like what's an actor who's high all the time?
Sherlock season 1 and 2 are great, he says, but then the rest is good to bad depending on the episode.
Okay, well, I'm still not going to watch it anytime soon.
You said last week you're going to watch it. That's why he said that.
I'm just trying to throw dirt in his eye, dude. I'm sorry.
What has he ever done?
I know. We appreciate you, Thomas.
He says, thanks for doing the date. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just like MJ. I push people back and I lie. What does she say in the movie again? Far From Home? She's like,
I can't remember.
I lie or I tell the truth compulsively because... it hurts or something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Also, how good's that Mysterio bit where they use imagery from that comic where he makes him touch the knife? But they don't have that bit.
I wish they did. I want to touch the knife cut.
Oh, dude. Imagine Jake Gyllenhaal being like, touch the knife, Spider-Man. Touch the knife.
Touch the knife, Spider-Man. I dare you. Touch it.
Thomas said, thanks for doing the date of release. Makes me a happy listener.
Oh, we forgot to do it.
No, I did it. I said November 10th, 1969.
Oh, I forgot to. Sorry, but, I'm half
Well, yours would have been October. 1969.
There you go. You know now. If you don't know, now you know, Thomas.
Thomas said, I demand a Gotti commentary track.
No,
let's
that
do
is
it.
the one thing where I will never indulge you on.
No, let's do it.
No.
Commentary track. We just have to watch it and talk over it.
I don't want to.
Not for Peter Palmer, but just fun.
Fine, okay, whatever. I don't want to
And
watch
chips.
that
We'll
movie.
do chips
Okay,
as well.
I'll do chips, but I want to do Gotti, okay? I don't want to do Gotti.
And then this tweet says Bradley Cooper, Bradley Cooper, Bradley Cooper, Bradley Cooper.
Ricky Baker, Ricky Baker.
Yeah, that's in reference to his Hangover Part 3 video.
You should watch it, it's funny, even if you don't understand Norwegian.
And I don't know what the video is
I
called
think
because
it's funnier if you don't know Norwegian, somehow.
Oh, that's mean. That's saying that he's not funny.
Oh my god, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like you can imagine in your head what it would be, and it's funny.
Okay, so you're saying you're funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Thomas said, believe it or not, Silvermane does come back.
Oh no!
How?
What the fuck? How?
He turned
That's
sperm.
impossible. Yuck. I hate that. Why'd you say that?
I'm glad Spider-Man didn't pick up the clothes because it was just going to stain
Just a
inside.
fucking cum stain. Yuck. And a period.
Oh my god. And he said, another great pod, guys. You were good at recalling what I'm tweeting in reply to. What?
Sorry, we're so bad this week. I'm so sorry you had to listen to
I
this
just realized
week's
what he said.
episode.
He said he meant like we're good at remembering what he's talking about in the tweets.
I'm trying to do that thing that Amelia Clark does with her eyebrows when she laughs. She like...
They kind of look like it. My eyes hurt. Thank you, Thomas, for your Thomas tweets.
Thank you for Thomas' tweets.
Let's read another one of his tweets. Really enjoyed Stuba, a great take on the classic body cop genre. Thanks for a fun time. Wait, what? Oh, thanks for the fun time from a solid screenplay at Tripper Clancy. Support smaller movies.
I agree with that sentiment about supporting smaller movies.
There you go.
So I'm going to go watch it. And I'm going to go watch Booksmart too.
Booksmart 2, they made a second one.
Yeah. Directed by Jon Favreau. I couldn't think of it.
Thanks for listening, folks. That was a good couple issues.
I'm very sleepy.
He punched the lizard, and then he punched himself, then he punched a black guy almost, but that'll be the next comic.
Spider-Man is racist.
Oh wait, the TV's coming on again. Breaking news. The news station has been down for a week.
Oh my god. That's
A
why
lotion
the TV's down.
spillage seeped into our control room.
No.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is a lot bigger than we thought. We actually forgot that this happened.
Yeah, me too.
All week because TV cut off. We
Yeah.
thought it was nothing. Actually, we don't even know if it's Tom that's the culprit of this yet. We're just
Yeah.
making assumptions based on his lotion
We are.
obsession.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but
We have identified the suspect, the victim
no.
of this crime. Okay, here we go. The victim is Hollywood celebrity Tom Holland.
No. Oh god.
What has he done? He's kidnapped the actual guy.
What the fuck?
Oh,
They told
wait,
he
hang
did
on.
exactly what he told him. We told him not to do. Oh,
No,
here we
it's
go.
Tom. And Tom. There's two Toms.
Oh no.
What have you done? I hope you haven't killed him. I hope he's just unconscious. Hello.
Oh god, you psychopath.
I brought you a body for the gatekeeper.
No, he's not dead, is he? Tom.
Not
Please.
yet. But
Oh,
you have a
God.
sword in here, I remember. You threatened me with it.
Oh
I'm
my
going to
God.
use it.
No. Tom.
Listen.
Calm down.
You can't kill Tom from this universe. Why not? I can just replace him with me, because I'm also Tom
You're
Holland.
a bit scuffed though, buddy.
Your voice doesn't sound right. I mean, unless you can mask your voice to sound like real Tom Holland. Yeah, I can. Whoa, that was actually pretty good, actually. You can do that. Do more of that. No, I can only do it in brief snippets.
Oh god. I like the Tom Holland we have, dude. I'm sorry. Like
yeah,
you're
you're
a
also
bit,
a bit of a psychopath. You murder
Yeah.
people just at will.
like what the fuck, bro?
Listen,
I am.
Oh, look, I'm on the news. My lotion plan worked.
Oh my god.
How do you accumulate that much lotion? I'm really concerned.
So much fucking lotion.
I went to the L'Oreal factory.
You robbed them?
I stole their lotion.
Why
package.
L'Oreal? That's expensive, bro. Come on.
I had to choose from the best. They have the best lotion in the business.
They do. Okay,
Tom. Okay, before the other Tom wakes up and calls the Hollywood cops on us, how did you track him down? Actually, how did you track real Tom Holland? I went on his Instagram. He finished the Far From Home tour. Went to a trip to Africa, just to have a bit of holiday.
Sure.
And I took him down. I spilled lotion on everyone.
Hey, it's like the plot from Far From Home. You knew where Spider-Man was because of Instagram.
Yeah, I still don't know why you had to use lotion out of everything. You could have just done anything.
Yeah, why lotion, bro?
It's enough of a commotion to distract the world.
Do you think
from the real crime?
Wait, Tom, hold on. In your universe, are you in a lot of lotion ads? Is this what this is all about?
No. But if you want to buy the best lotion in the business, go to L'Oreal.com and use the promo code Tom Holland.
Oh my god.
69.
No.
At checkout.
The Tom Holland from Tom Holland, you from your. Oh my god, he's a beauty influencer. That's why he's so weird.
I don't have influenza. But
oh god.
Okay. Let's do this now.
No,
Tom, stop.
Okay.
Stop. Okay. I think we can figure out a better thing to do
this is
than
so stressful.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Oh god.
No.
Tom, why? We told you not to, bro.
You went for the head as well. You beheaded
You
Tom
literally
Holland.
beheaded Tom. Fuck. I'm actually really traumatized by this. I feel a bit sick. I had to just watch one of my favorite celebrities.
You didn't even get to say hi.
I'm gonna faint. Oh god.
Moi.
Why'd you
The gatekeeper's gonna like this a lot. See you next week. You can follow us at peterpalmerpod on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Email us peterpalmerpod@gmail.com. We have to clean up this mess that Tom Holland from Dimension C has made.
I can't help clean this up. I'm gonna have a crisis too.
I think he should just clean it up. Or we could, just not deal with it. Record in a different room.
Yeah, I like this idea.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. Bye.
Bye.